Hi. Hey. How you doing? How you guys doing? Okay. My name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a really long time. I think the last video I filmed was my October TBR. And before that was probably like my September TBR. Yeah, I really haven't been doing a whole lot of filming. Stress, mental health, just being busy. There's a lot that goes into the fact that I'm not filming much. But I'm here. I'm not working anymore. I am moving in a couple of weeks. So there is that. As you can see, I haven't made any progress with that. Still have to. I'm stressed. It's fun. Just figured I'd come on here and film. So let's hope, this is good. I did my nails. I just went to the store and I just bought a pack of nails and put them on. They're spooky. I don't know if you can really see. This lighting is atrocious, I know, but can't really, do anything about it. So, yeah. I know, it's been a long time. So I'm here to do a wrap-up. I know, who am I? But it's not really a full wrap-up. So I haven't done a wrap-up in like over a year, and I figured 2021 I should probably start wrapping up the year. So I'm going to do from like January to April. So January through April, I'm going to talk about all the books that I read. Well, not all of them. We're going to go over highlights, the books that I really liked and the books I didn't like as much. So like that could be like a 3-star. Still good, but I didn't love it. So those would be, so like my favorites and my least favorites. So yeah. Let's just get started. Because, of course, as always, I'm probably rushing this. This is probably going to take me forever, but it's fine. I do have to leave in a little while, so we'll see how long this takes. So, yeah. Starting with January, obviously, the first book that I read in the year, or the first book I read in 2021, was one of my favorites of the year. One of my favorites for January. And that is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I haven't really been loving Christina Lauren's books before this. Like I loved them for so long, and then a few before this, I was just meh. The On Honeymooners, I didn't love. I know a lot of people really liked, but I was just like meh about it. Twice in a Blue Moon was meh. The Honey Don't List I DNF'd. Could not get into that one. And then this one came, and I was like, we're gonna see. I'm hoping I'm gonna love this, but I kind of went into this with low expectations. But it was like a holiday book, and we were like right out of Christmas, and we were going into New Year's, and so it's like might as well start it. And I really enjoyed it. I give us 4 stars. It's about a girl, her and her family and her, or in this other family, they get together for Christmas. I think like every year or something. And one of the sons in that family is the one she like really loves. Like she has this huge crush on him and she wants to be with him. They're like, I think they're in their 20s, something like that. Stuff goes wrong that year though, like during the time that they're there, and she goes into a time loop. So she relives the day over and over and over again. I mean, it was cute. I don't think that the whole time loop thing was explained well enough. I want to reread this. I'm thinking maybe around the holidays again. I'm going to try and reread this. But I don't think this was explained, for at least for the time loop, it wasn't explained well. Like, why did it happen? How did it happen? I mean, I know I could just be like, yeah, okay, it happened. But the only reason I gave it 4 stars is because I felt like that wasn't explained well. I really enjoyed this, though. I would have given it 5 stars if I felt like it was explained. I just needed it for me. So I think this is a really good book, though. I highly recommend it. If you haven't really been loving Christina Lauren's books before this, I definitely recommend picking it up. But, it's up to you. But yeah, I liked it. And then another book I gave 4 stars that month was Dooku Jedi Lost. This was like the first book in the Star Wars Canon Challenge. I joined that challenge because I wanted to read more Star Wars. I was really into Star Wars at that moment. I still like Star Wars, but I'm not like hugely into it. I love The Mandalorian. I love Grogu. I love Mando. I love that show. Everything else is fine. But I really liked learning more about Count Dooku, which this is all about. It's told in script, so highly recommend listening to the audio for this, which is so good. I think it's a full narration. I could be wrong, but it's a really, really great audiobook. So I highly recommend listening to that. And this was really good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. This girl here, I think that's Venestra? Is that her name? Is that her name? Ventress. Venestra. Ventress. I liked her a lot. See, that's why I think it was a full cast narration, because I'm pretty sure her voice reminded me of Catwoman. Like, the first Catwoman. What's her name? The one who does the R's perfectly. Cat. Is her name Cat something? Something Cat? I can't think of it, but her voice reminded me of that, and it could have been her in the narration. But, yeah. That's the only thing I really remember. I really enjoyed this. I really did. And I know she has a book, Dark Disciple. I'm pretty sure. I think that's her book. So, I want to read that, because she was pretty badass, and I kind of liked her. So, yeah. That was 4 stars. And then, where's my notebook? Oh, yeah. Okay. Another book, or the last book I gave 4 stars in January, so it's the last of my favorites, is A Tale of Witchcraft by Chris Colfer. This is the second book in the Tale of Magic series. I don't know what this series is called. It's a prequel spin-off series to A Land of Stories, which I really, really love. That's like a really light middle grade series. This is really dark compared. But this is really, really good. It just follows all the characters that you know, like the older fairies and all of them. It follows them, like their origin. So, yeah, it's their, like, beginning story. I just really love it. Okay, and then, so, for the least favorites, I don't really have some of those. I don't really like to keep books that I didn't love. But the first one we have is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lawrence James. It's a sci-fi about a girl who's in a spaceship. She's an orphan. And that's the only thing she's ever known. I think she was born on that spaceship, but she was really, really young when they put her on it. I'm not entirely sure. I think she was born on it, though. And so she doesn't know anything else. And then there's another ship that's following her, that's coming to her. And she talks to the captain of that ship, who's a boy. And they start talking, and, like, he's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. And she's, like, falling for him. But things aren't what they seem. So, 3 stars. It was fine. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Next up, we have Gods of Jade and Shadow by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This has got Mexican folklore. It's like Mexican mythology. We have the Mayan god of death. We follow Cassiopeia. Can't think of how to say her name. She's like a servant in her family home. Like, her mother ran away with this guy who was her father. I think her father died. I think this is how it went. It's been a really long time since I read it. I mean, it's been almost like 11 months since I read this. And they're servants now in that home because they had to come back and they had to, like, beg to be taken in. And, what's it called? She ends up unleashing the Mayan god of death, who was trapped in this object. I don't even remember what it was. Could have been in a box or something, but he was trapped. She unleashed him. He's trying to get back to his home, which his brother is now trying to, his brother trapped him in there so he could rule over, is this Xibalba? Maybe? but the land of the underworld and Mexican folklore. So yeah. So they have to fight against him. It's the whole thing. I didn't love it. I wanted to. I love mythology, and I like learning more about other countries' mythologies, like other cultures. But I just didn't love that. I think I would like it more if I just got like a Mexican mythology like book and just read that. So we'll see. But yeah, that was just meh. 3 stars. And then the last one I gave 3 stars in January, my last book that I'm talking about for January, is Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray. This one is another Star Wars book. This is the second one you're supposed to read after Dooku. It follows Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan right before the events in Phantom Menace. That was meh. That was okay. It's literally just Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon's relationship. I don't even remember what they're doing. They're doing something. They have to, like, there's something going on in this book. I don't really remember. But this is before their relationship really developed in Phantom Menace. Like, when you see them in Phantom Menace, they have this kind of great relationship, really. And then when you read this, they don't have that great of a relationship. Like, of course, Obi-Wan is trying to respect Qui-Gon, but stuff happens, and, like, it's not the greatest. But it does develop into what you see in Phantom Menace. So, I mean, this is good if you want more Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, but I just thought it was okay. 3 stars. So now we have February, which February, has the only book I'm going to talk about that was 5 stars. Let's see. So I remember in February, I had a week where I read all, like, historical romance. And so I read The Secret by Julie Garwood, and I freaking loved it. We followed Judith and Francis. Judith is English, Francis is Scottish. They both met, like, on the border when they were young, when they were, like, really young. And they've just stayed best friends ever since. Francis is now married and has a baby on the way, but she's really, really afraid of going into childbirth because, like, going into labor because members of her family have died from childbirth. And so she sends for Judith to just come be with her, because they made a promise a long time ago that Judith would be there with Francis and wouldn't let her die alone. And it's so good. Like, Judith learns how to be a midwife so she could be there with Francis. It's so good. It's such a beautiful friendship story. But also, what I really loved about it, so when Francis sends her husband's brother and some other people to go get Judith, and the brother happens to be the laird of their people, their clan, and the laird Ian, and Judith and falling in love. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I loved it. I love their friendship. I love the romance. I love this. And Ransom, which is the second book in the series, is on my October TBR, and I have yet to read it. And it's almost the end of October, but it's only because I'm putting it off, because if I really, really loved a book and I have to read the sequel, I put that shit off really quick because I'm just afraid I'm not going to love it as much as I loved the first one, which is really, really hard to think about. Another book that I really liked in February was another historical romance, and that was The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn. The Duke and I read, I don't even remember how long it was ago, maybe a year, 2 years ago, and I did not love it. There are just some scenes in there I didn't really agree with, didn't really like, but then I watched Bridgerton. They had the exact same scenes, like, they didn't take that out, but I still, like, I saw it coming. It was resolved well enough where I was just like, okay. I really love the show. So it kind of made me really want to read The Viscount Who Loved Me, because this is going to be the second season, and I wanted to read the book, and I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. It's Anthony and Kate's book, and it's just so damn good. Kind of want to reread it now, But I loved it, and I ended up reading the third one, which we'll talk more about I think later, because I remember, yeah, I think that's gonna be in a later one. We'll see. But that was really good. It was 4 stars. And then I also read another 4-star in February. It was The Boyfriend Project by Roshan. Don't remember names. The only reason I remember names for The Secret was because I gave that 5 stars and I absolutely loved it. Normally I don't remember shit. Like, I don't remember any names. Unless, like, I really, really love the series or the story. Like, if there's multiple books in the series and I really like all of them, I'll practically remember the names. But not if they're, like, standalone books or, yeah. Like, there are just some books I can tell you I don't remember any names. This is one of them. I remember nothing. Maybe his name is Michael? Am I wrong? His name is Daniel. I was wrong. And her name is Samia. Samia? Okay. I'm gonna call her Sammy, because I have... Samia? Okay. She is dating or going on dates with this guy. And then she finds these Twitter posts. Like, someone's live tweeting a really horrible date that they're having. And she realizes it's the guy she's going out with. And then there's another woman who also is going out with this guy. So there's 3 women all being, like, cheated on. And so they all, like, dump this asshole. And they all become friends, and they decide to make this pact that they won't date anybody for a while. Like, they'll focus more on themselves, which is great. But then she's developing an app or something, and she works with this guy. And she really starts to fall for this guy. So she kind of wants to break the pact, but we'll see. It's really good. I like the romance. I liked the story. I give it 4 stars. What's it called? I know Ferrero Rocher came out with the 2nd book. I think it's called The Dating Playbook, something like that. I think it has to do with football or something. I kind of want to read that. I don't know if it has to do with anybody in this book. Like, if it had to do with one of the girls, okay, so Taylor and London are the other 2. So if it had to do with either Taylor or London, I'd probably want to read that. So I'll have to look that up. Because I actually, let's look that up right now. I'm actually, like, really interested. Let's see. Okay, The Dating Playbook. It's Taylor. It's Taylor. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to be getting that book soon. Okay. Yay. Alright, that's all I needed to know. I'm going to be reading that soon. So yeah, that was 4 stars. And then the other 4-star book I had, where are you? Here it is Heart Song by T.J. Klune. This is the 3rd book in the Green Creek series, and we follow Robbie and Kelly. Kelly's another Bennett brother. Robbie is someone who kind of, like, joined their, like, group of family in the last book. Robbie and Kelly are so cute. It really starts off, like, with Robbie having amnesia and not remembering Kelly, which is terrible. But they really do come, like, they finally get back together, and it's just so good. I remember really liking it. And I haven't read Brother's Song yet, which is, I can't remember his name. I'm forgetting names. I really need to own this series, and I need to reread all of them, because it does really break my heart. But it's gay werewolves. It's like Twilight, but with werewolves, and they're gay. And I loved it. If you're really feeling like you want to get in the Twilight mood, but you don't like Twilight like me, like, I used to love Twilight, not anymore. The series is really good for that. It really gives you the Twilight vibes. But it's werewolves, and they're gay. It's just so good. So the only book that I didn't like in February, and it's actually the one I didn't like out of all of these books, I like this the least out of all of these books. This is the only one I gave less than 3 stars, and I gave this 2 stars. It's Cold Hearted Rake by Lisa Kleypas. I remember nothing of this book. I just remember absolutely hating it, and, like, just completely hating the characters and the romance and everything. Devin. Okay, Kathleen, I guess. Okay, I kind of remember Kathleen is living in the house that he just inherited or bought or some shit, and he's practically trying to throw her out. And I'm just like, fuck you. I don't remember, like, I just hated that book. So yeah, I give that 2 stars. I really, like, if I truly feel like a book is just, like, awful, like, the writing and the, like, everything is just really bad, I'll give it 1 star, or DNF it completely. That one I think had good writing, but I just really, really didn't like, I didn't like the romance, I didn't like the story, didn't like any of that. So I think the only reason I give it 2 stars is because I like the writing. So I really do want to read more of Lisa Kleypas. I know she has this one series that, here, we're gonna go and try and find that. Is it that one that I'm thinking of? Really? Why can't I find it? Oh god, no. No! It can't be that one. Oh my god, it's the same series. Oh no, it's the same series? Oh, I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to continue with that. Okay, so now we're in March. Alright, so I have some of them. Actually, shoot. No, maybe. I think that's over there. I think I put it over there, but it's fine. One of the books I really liked in March was The Blood King by Abigail Owen. This is the second book in the Infernal Rising. Also, The Warrior King, which is a green one. The first one is The Rogue King, which is red, a red cover. The Blood King, which is blue. And then The Warrior King, which is green. I have the fourth book, which is The Cursed King on NetGalley. I got an advanced reader copy for that, which actually comes out tomorrow, and I haven't read it yet. Crap. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not drowning. It's fine. Okay. I really liked both of them. They're dragon and phoenix shifter romances. I really like them a lot. I can't tell you names, though. I just really like them. I gave them both 4 stars. I've also given the first book, The Rogue King, 4 stars. And we'll see. I'll probably end up giving The Cursed King 4 stars. But I will say, with each book, I feel like it gets better. The Rogue King I liked. The Blood King I enjoyed more. And then The Warrior King I enjoyed more than that. So, yeah. Then we have Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, which I also gave 4 stars, which is, like, really, really weird because I've given the other 2, so The Hate U Give and On the Come Up, 5 stars, but I gave this 4 stars. I listened to this on audio, like the other 2. The narrator I didn't love as much, and also I love Maverick's story. This is his origin story. He's Star's father in the first book, The Hate U Give, and so this is his story when he's finding out that he's a father. He's really young, he's in a gang, and he finds out he's a father, and, like, a lot of shit happens. It's really good. I just gave this 4 stars. I didn't connect with it as much, but I still really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend reading it. But I recommend reading The Hate U Give and On the Come Up even more. So, yeah, just read them all. I absolutely love Angie Thomas's writing, though. I think it's just fantastic. So the last book for March that I gave 4 stars, that I really enjoyed, was The X-Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This is a romance between 2 radio hosts who don't like each other and have to team up together, pretend that they dated and broke up to host The X-Talk, which is a new radio show that they have to pretend that they're exes, so it'll make sense. But while they do this, even though they don't like each other, they start to fall for each other. So yeah. It's really cute. I really liked it. I don't remember any more than that. I do remember there was the conflict, and then how they come back together was kind of cute. So yeah. Yeah. That's all I can remember. And the only book that I didn't love for March, which I gave it 3 stars, was Seducing My Guardian by Katie Robert. Again, I really liked this series. It's the Touch of Taboo series. This is the fourth book in it. Your Dad Will Do, gifting me to his best friend, and my dad's best friend. I've given, I think, 4 stars. I remember enjoying them. They're not like the greatest. They're just really, really smutty. Like, kinky smut. That's all you need. This one was just weird, and I didn't like it. I just remember it's about, so this girl loses her parents, I think when she's a teenager or something, and every year on her birthday, he comes, because she goes off and does something stupid, he comes and he gets her and he takes her home. And one year, when she's, I guess, old enough, I hope she's like 19 at least. I don't remember how old she is. I'm hoping she's older. Maybe she's in her 20s or something. But she decides to seduce him. And I was just like, it's meh. I didn't really love it. The other ones I liked more. I love Katie Robert, though. So, alright. So now we are on to April. Yeah, okay, so I own both of these, so this is perfect. I only have 2 books to talk about. One favorite and one least favorite. So, the favorite I had, if I can get it, was How to Catch a Queen by Alyssa Cole, which is the first book in the Runaway Royal series, which is a spin-off to the Reluctant Royal series. Oh my god. Which, the Reluctant Royal series is one of my favorite series. I absolutely loved it. The audiobooks are fantastic. I've also listened to the audiobook of this one, and the second one, I think. And I liked it. Don't remember names. Shanti, what's his name? Sanyu? Yeah, okay, I guess his name is Sanyu. This was fine. Like, I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I think I liked the second one least. Like, out of the 2, I think I liked the second one less. Which, that was a sapphic romance, so I liked that part. But it's about Shanti who wants to be queen, so she can make a difference, in, like, her country. Wow, I can't talk. And she ends up marrying King Sanyu, and he's kind of a dick, but you kind of realize why he's like that. His family's not great. His advisors are not great. It's very political. It's a nice romance. I do like the second half more than the first half, but yeah. But this is in the country of Injaza. I like saying that. I don't know why. And I love these audiobooks. I just think the Nigerian, I think it's Nigerian. Am I freaking wrong in saying that? African accent is just really good, in my opinion. I can't remember. Is it Karen Chilton who does the audiobooks for these? I think. I just really like them. I want to listen to all of them again. I probably will. Who knows? But, yeah, I really like Alyssa Cole's writing, at least for her romance books, because I read her thriller and I didn't love it, which was like last year or something. Maybe it was this year. I don't remember. But yeah, this was 4 stars. I liked it. So then we have, Well Played by Jen DeLuca, which is the second book in the Well Met series. Yeah, Well Match is coming out. Is it out? It either comes out tomorrow or it's out. I'll have to check that too. This one follows Stacy. I did not like the plot of this book. I liked the romance overall, but I did not like the plot at all. It's about Stacy, who she's also in the Renaissance. She is a friend to Emily from the first book. And she has like a fling with Dex. And then like after the fair is over, she ends up emailing Dex and telling her about his feelings, or about her feelings, because she's, kind of wants to be with him. She thinks they might have something going. And he ends up emailing her back and explaining to her, like, he also has feelings. He wants to be with her too. Like, it's great. She's happy. But maybe it's not Dex who's emailing her. I do not like the plot of this. It is just lying unnecessarily. I gave this 3 stars, though. I didn't hate it. I think I did like, once, like, the lying was all resolved and everything, it was fine. But yeah. this just kind of rubbed me the wrong way for a really long time. But it was still, I really liked the first book. I liked the writing. I just did not love that. I do really love the emails back and forth, though. I think they're really cute. And just the whole time I'm reading it, though, I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to know it's not him. It's definitely not him. You'll know that throughout. But, it's still kind of good. I still really liked it. Just the lying thing, like, kind of gets to me. So yeah, that's it. That is everything I read. Well, not everything, but that's a lot of the books I read from January through April. I probably read a lot more than that, but those are the highlights of what I read. Now I have to go and think about the highlights that are like from May. Am I gonna do May through July? Maybe. Because I kind of want to talk about all of my... Yes. Hold on. Keep getting texted. What's it called? Now I lost what I was thinking. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll do May through July because I think, or maybe May through August. A couple of the months I read some really good things and I want to talk about a lot of them. So we'll see. But yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry. This probably wasn't that good, but I'm kind of back. We'll see how long. Because I am moving and I don't know if I'm going to be doing any filming after I move for a while. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again later. Bye. Happy reading and stay safe.